Hello, and thank you for tuning in to JEC Stories. I'm your host, Sohan Bendre, and also the National Director of Marketing for the Junior Economic Club. So today I'm here with Feven, and Feven, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Of course. Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Feven Mekete. I go to Walter Payton College Prep. This is my third month at GEC. I've only have been to two events so far, but just from those two events, I've applied a lot to my life so far.
I'd just like to ask first, if you could tell us a bit about yourself. So maybe what interests you have, academic or extracurricular wise, what drives you or what inspires you?
So generally, one of my top motivations in life is not to let the hard work of my family go in vain. But academically, as many students, I hold myself uh, to um, to high standards and put equal amount of effort for those results, as well as exploring my interests such as neuroscience and the basics of money making. And then extracurricular wise, I enjoy playing basketball, whether it be a school team or a shoot around with my friends, in addition to opening my skill set to several topics through involving myself in Rush's pre-med pipeline program and organizing teaching mentoring programs for my Ethiopian Orthodox community.
Wow, that's amazing. So it seems like you're really involved in your like different communities that you care about a lot already. Can I ask maybe what's been like a favorite course or an experience you've had or a course you've taken so far that you might just want to expand upon a bit?
One of the life-changing, I feel like, courses I've been through is like again, like Ethiopian Orthodox community. It's been like my whole life. I've gone through ups and downs through it. One specific moment actually is when I first joined the choir group, I was like lost. I didn't know what to do at first. And after seeing how welcoming it is and there being younger ones like me, I wanted to inspire them and be an example to them, so that they can also pursue things that they want to.
Cool. So it seems like you've been a leader in that community and I'm sure you've had a lot of impact there too. Thank you for sharing that. So now kind of just shifting towards more JAC specific things. Maybe think back to the moment you were initially introduced to the club. What might have motivated you to join the community?
So I actually came about to the club by my brother, who was an alum, and his friend, who was a former president. And seeing how it significantly impacted their life and the head start in such topics that, like, let's say finance or business, entrepreneurship, that aided them in the work they do today, that genuinely inspired me to see, okay, JC has these benefits, and I feel like I can add many different things to it as well to amplify it.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you said earlier you were kind of interested in neuroscience and also the basics of money making. And through JC events, we kind of get speakers from such a wide variety of disciplines. I'm sure there'd be speakers in like both fields, but um, is there any like specific maybe section of what JEC focuses on that you might be specifically interested in exploring in your future?
So, given that I already enjoy tutoring and mentoring students in my Ethiopian Orthodox community, I look forward to the several initiatives. One being the I think high returns, where right we do financial literacy and we basically teach it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So what Faven is talking about is the JC's probably I'd say its biggest initiative that's kind of spread across the nation, which is called High Returns, where we teach simple like personal financial literacy programs in city schools to kind of foster that sort of enthusiasm around being able to understand your finances and, going forward, being able to have an interest in knowing more about personal finance. So, yeah, that's an amazing initiative we have, and it seems like it aligns with a lot of your previous experiences too. So, um, I'm excited to see how you get involved with that in the future. And then Other than that, how might you want to use the skills that you've learned within JEC in your future endeavors?
I have a passion for helping others reach their full potential and making a tangible impact in my community. So I am sure this community of leaders will give me the leverage to amplify my impact and provide me with the opportunities to learn from the life experiences of others. Furthermore, this will empower me to better navigate the professional world and find new ways of contributing to my community.
I think that's a kind of a great kind of thing that a lot of JEC members want. So like our club is a lot about learning about like things that aren't taught in high school classes a lot, like business or finance or economics, but even more so it is about giving back to the community with that knowledge, whether it's high returns or another initiative that JEC members might start. Like what Faven is talking about is really, yeah, finding new ways to contribute to the community that is like given so much to us. And then finally, if you have any like advice to give to maybe prospective members who might be going through the application process or unsure if they should apply to JEC, do you have any insight into that?
Currently, like, we would see that JC is very competitive and very, I wouldn't say competitive actually. It's very rigorous, I would say. And so don't shy away from a challenge. Like JC is really just from these two events I've already attended, it's very impactful. It will do you good.
Yeah, I think that's a great sentiment, and I completely agree. Like, don't be afraid to apply because there's like a few extra application questions, or because you might feel intimidated or feel like you won't get in. It's definitely a very friendly and welcoming application process, and we'd love to have student leaders just like Fabian in our club. So, well, I really appreciate you sharing your insight with prospective members or current members as well. And I really hope that you can continue finding that level of engagement within JC that you want to benefit your community and also use those past experiences to grow on your knowledge.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Today with Faven, we talked a lot about giving back to the communities that have supported us, whether inside of JAC or outside of the club. We also touched on the impact of JAC's High Returns Financial Literacy Program, and most importantly, I encourage you, whether you're applying to JAC or in any of your other pursuits, to not shy away from a challenge. Thank you so much for listening. If you found any of this interesting, please check out more information about applying to JAC at the QR code on your screen or at the link in the description. We look forward to seeing you at our next event.